Hello Quest, this is Jonathan coming to you for your weekly Quest newsletter. I hope you're having a great week, and I wanted to shine a spotlight on 3 of our emphasis for 2020-2021, which feels weird to say that we're almost in 2021. Crazy. So a couple months ago, we were thinking about where our church is at and what we want to do going forward. You know, we're in a season where we always want to pivot and adjust and we need to maybe emphasize certain things in a certain time. So when we looked at what things were coming up, we said, hey, we really want to emphasize 3 things. First, we really want to put a focus on connections, building connections within our church body, within our church and community, connections. Because these days, there's more isolation and disconnection than ever before. There's just separation, there's polarization, there's relational disconnect all over, and in each of our lives, our families, but also culturally or in an organization, whether it's a school or a church. So we said, hey, we really want to emphasize connections and to get you plugged in with other people. Maybe you're at home or maybe you're comfortable meeting in person. We have a variety of options where we want to get you plugged in to relationship and community. So we would love to get you connected either to a BLT, which is our small groups. BLT stands for Belong, Learn, Transform. It's kind of our picture of what we want to happen in those groups. We have options for you, some that are all online, some that are both online or in person, and some that are in person. So a small group would be great, or we have men's and women's ministries, we have children's and student ministry. We have a variety of things we're trying to do to give some possible connection points. We also have a new outdoor venue. We've mentioned it a couple times. It's called The Pit, just between the office building and the church building. There's a walkway, and we have an outdoor venue to hang out. We have a barbecue, we have a fire pit, some seating, to just try to facilitate connection in relationships. So please send an email if you said, hey, I really want to use that or reserve that. We would love to open it up for people or for groups to use. So connections, if you need connection, we want to get you plugged in. Secondly, we also said this year we really need to spread our responsibility of leadership and ownership. We want to emphasize leadership and ownership and to empower you, people of Quest, to say, hey, what is God doing in your life? What is He calling you to do? And where can we expand and follow the Lord's leading in your life and the life of the church? Because everything going on, the needs, the responsibilities, it's too much just for staff to handle or just for official leaders to handle. We want to empower you and to equip you in the work of the ministry, of the work of things going on. So I want to encourage you to seek the Lord. What is God maybe calling you to do in life these days? And maybe it's in our church or maybe it's in the community. Are there things where God maybe wants you to step up and to take some leadership? Doesn't even mean you have to be up front or with a microphone or on a screen like this. There's all sorts of ways to lead. But we just want to share and say this next year, our heart is to empower, to give ownership, to give leadership. And we think that will be a key element for where we go and develop in the next year of Quest, and probably for much longer, the trajectory of saying, hey, what is the Lord doing? And what is He doing in you and your life? So ownership, leadership, connections. And lastly, we wanted to say it's really important to focus on evangelism, which is kind of a scary word sometimes, but it just means sharing this amazing message of hope that we have with the world. And there's lots of ways that we do that, right? It can be in a conversation with words or a post on social media. It could be just the way we live our lives and our actions and what people see. But deep down at the heart of it, there's a message of hope that our world desperately needs. A message that you and me need to be reminded of every day, but a message, a proclamation of what God has done in Jesus to renew the world, to take on the brokenness and the sin and the mess and take it on Himself, and to give us a new life in Him, a life of forgiveness, a life of justice, a life of reconciliation, a life of new, full, abundant life the way that God has designed it. That's an amazing message, and we want to really push and encourage us to think through the ways that we can enter into that discussion and bring that out into our neighborhoods, our communities, And we just want to start emphasizing it more. Not in a pushy way or a mean way or a dominant kind of converting, like in your face way. That's not our goal. Our goal is just to say, hey, our hearts, we want to have a posture to share our faith. And we don't want it to just be something that we say in our hearts, hey, that's good, but something that moves us to action in all sorts of different ways. But we want to shine a spotlight on these three things this next year. So you'll hear more on these: connections, ownership, leadership, and evangelism. So as you go, I want to encourage you to be praying and thinking about what God may be calling you to do. And also to think about what are your needs, whether it's with connection or ownership or leadership or evangelism. Maybe you say, I need help with all of those. We be thinking and praying about those. And please reach out, send us an email, give us a call. We want to get you more plugged in and connected and growing in your faith and sharing that to make an impact for the glory of God and for the good of other people. So, connections, ownership, leadership, evangelism. It's good stuff. We're excited to see what God does in the next year of 2020, 2021, which who knows what's going to happen, but we know God is still at work. He is still on the throne, and there's amazing work to be done for the good of other people and for His glory. So, as you go, keep those in mind, and we hope that you have a great week. We're praying for you, rooting for you, we're here for you. We love you all, and we will see you on Sunday. Register for our service. We have 2 services, don't forget, and stay tuned to our website for all the most recent updates and information you need to know. All right, have a great week. See you, Quest. Bye.